The Lost Caverns of, how do you pronounce that?
Ixalan.
Ixalan? Okay, so you're not supposed to do some sort of thing?
Ixalan. Lost Caverns of Ixalan.
Yeah, I don't know, like, is there some accent I'm supposed to...
No, you're supposed to... It's the Lost Caverns of Ixalan.
Nightwalker, stalactite stalker. Dun, 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 ba, bum, bum, ba, ba. I know it's there.
He's a cute little boy.
It's the future.
Does anybody know if gobbo is a racist term?
I believe it's been discussed on the internet.
Can we take bets?
Look up the racial Wikipedia.
I'm gonna go with yes.
On the preview.
I'm gonna go with yes.
I clicked on the preview and it took me to a smaller picture. What the fuck is that?
Sweet.
I'm sorry. Is gobbo racist?
Yeah,
I hate when
as a gobbo, you know what? I'm gonna reserve the right to call myself one.
Okay.
That fucking small picture. I hate that. That picture gets smaller and you're like, what the fuck? I just clicked it. I need it to be bigger.
That's what I'm saying. It was like, what?
Fucking bullshit.
So wait, gobbo is
the
racist?
opposite of what I want.
I believe. Whose job is? I mean, I don't know. Like some of it depends on tone, but like you people,
I mean, if
like
we say
you
anything with the right tone.
Fact.
But the thing is, like, you've been shitting on goblins your whole lives, and it's like you might pretend that you like them, you think they're cool, but like one day your friend calls you a gobbo, and it's just like you don't like the way he said it, and you can never look at him the same again.
Yeah, that's why
that's not.
You didn't like the gobbo and the gobbo.
Oh,
that's
or like it's not
that's
even
another one of them aluminum whisks.
Okay, let me give context before we continue, because if we're gonna make this line of jokes, I'm all in. The little goblin there, that little stalactite stalker, I've been calling him a gobbo, and I'm like, give him the gobbo, that'll kill him. Give him the gobbo, baby. You know, like it's a positive. But my wife keeps telling me that it's a racist term, and I'm starting to get really freaked out because she won't stop saying it.
Oh no, see, it's green. That's different.
Oh, see, this time I clicked on one and it got good. All right, let's check you out, little guy.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think I have a chance with goblins to know if it's a racist term.
Well, not goblins. Like I'm talking about.
I would listen. I would just be like, oh, okay. I wonder if they use it.
Should I listen to goblin voices then? Is what you're telling me? Like.
I think so. I think that's the only answer you've got.
Is that what they call
listen, it sounds like your wife feels like she knows something about it, and maybe she does.
Yeah, but that's what's scaring me, because nobody else will be able to. Nobody else has been able to confirm that is in fact a racist term, or to been able to put to bed that it is not a racist term, and it is scaring the crap out of me because I don't want to be walking around.
Is this like a Kanye West thing? Are we going to find out that you were married to a goblin this whole time?
I have a question where your loyalties lie, sir.
What do you mean?
Are you a fan of the gobbos?
I'm a fan of the gobbo. That's why I'm like, give him the gobbo, baby. You know? Like,
okay.
He likes saying gobbo.
Do you know any gobbos?
Well, stalactite stalker and goblin guide. I like giving people those goblins. I like giving them the gobbo.
Okay, yeah, give them the gob.
Oh, God.
What?
Give it to him.
You know what, Dan?
Yeah?
Do you have a goblin friend?
I'm going to give you a G-Pass.
A gobbo?
I just... See, you guys are now making me nervous that it is a racist term as well. I'm starting to get really self-conscious and paranoid. Like, because nobody's actually coming out and saying it. You're like, no, you get a G-word pass.
Yeah, it's fine. You can.
No, I mean,
say it. That's our
I can say gobbo all I want.
I mean, what color are they running?
Well, this goblin is black, but most of them are red.
Oh, okay, yeah, red the mono reds.
Yeah, the mono red gobbos.
Yeah, maybe a little black action in there.
There is a black gobbo in the deck. I want to stop saying gobbo. All right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You've got the pass. I mean, you might as well say it.
But have you turned a goon to a gobbo?
Nice. Nice.
I was dancing around it.
You're so good.
I wanna point out that my wife said it was an Italian slur, so I feel like you guys are all messing with me, and you just know you found something that makes me like self-conscious, and you're like, well, he's showing weakness. We gotta get in there.
Well, both things can be true. It can be multiple things. Things
So-
don't have to be just one thing.
I guess.
We can recognize that you're showing weakness and pounce like a bunch of ravenous dogs,
Yeah. Like
and also
like a bunch
not
of
know
ravenous
anything.
combos.
Yeah, like a bunch of ravenous gobos. I can say that because I'm Italian, apparently.
Are you?
I
I
have
don't think you're
lived.
Italian.
I have lived
Is
like
he a gobbo?
swarmed by
Are
Italian
you a
Americans all
gobbo?
my life.
Yeah.
I know a lot of slurs.
So
I have never heard that connection in my entire life.
Okay, so I should stop worrying about saying give him the gobbo.
Well, but what's more important is like if by saying that you're offending Italian Americans, do you
Let's
really
see.
care?
There's many ways that could go. Giving
Well,
someone a gobbo.
yeah.
We need a little bit of context.
Well, the context is it's turn 1, I play Stalactite Stalker and giggle because then I cycle a Street Wraith and I have a 2/2. And next turn I untap and hit you with the 2/2, and then I cycle another Street Wraith and I hit you for 3, and I giggle and I
How much
think
did it go up
$1.
to, by the way?
$1.55.
It's a gobbo with a 2/2.
How much?
$1.55.
Oh,
I
damn.
don't know. I don't think giving them
Gobbo
the
going
gobbo
wild.
sounds very pleasant.
Well, it's pleasant for me because they're getting the gobbo. I'm giving the gobbo.
Right. But you gotta consider who's the victim here.
Well, the victim is anybody who
Typically
said
me.
Yeah. Well, see though the deck was specifically inspired by you, so you're not the victim.
In this case.
Yeah, this one time I've given you a victim pass.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, that's
And
fair.
I'm going to use it forever.
Can I?
But I mean, but you are giving him the gobbo.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
my man getting the gobbo off it all right. He
It
dealing
does
with
There's a
sound sexual,
goblin in my
and
nuts somewhere in here, but I just can't find it.
it does in fact sound sexual.
Yeah. Well, that's the point, right? Because the idea is that I inch the gobbo closer to victory. I'm inching the gobbo closer to finish.
Another inch of gobbin.
Yeah, I just give him a
See,
little inch of
to
gobbo.
me, in that sense, gobbo sounds more like the product than the thing that produces it.
Yeah. Well, gobbo.
Can you inch gobbo, like, or can it just sort of like ooze out? Like,
It's a slow, steady stream of gobbo.
To be fair,
When you see when you see the first gobbo, it's just coming.
Yeah, there's a
gotta
lot of
prepare
edging
yourself.
involved with it.
Yeah, a lot.
There's a lot of edging
Combust
involved with
too
gobbo.
soon. Combust too soon.
Yeah.
I just
So
want to tell you guys, you're all geniuses. Every single one of you.
why?
I don't have the mental capacity to think of these things this fast.
What are you talking about? We're having a serious discussion here about.
This is a serious
Yeah.
political discussion about
political
gobbos.
discussion. Got it.
You guys are being silly about gobbos. Nuh-uh, we're very nuanced.
You know, have you tried asking the gobbos what their opinion is on it?
Well, it's a piece of cardboard. It's a little picture on a piece of cardboard. How am I supposed to
No.
ask a gobbo? What do you mean, no?
No, it's black and red. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was a black and
Black and
red.
red.
Why did they choose the black and the red?
Well,
The white devil.
wait. Funny enough, guess what deck I'm working on? White Devils.
Yakub says in
I was gonna
Yakubian
say,
Revelation.
is it the Yakubian deck?
Yeah. I should make a white black deck and call it Yakub's Bet High. What's up, Mike?
A lot of edging. A lot of edging.
A lot of edging with the Yakub deck.
Oh, by the way, I never thanked you guys properly for the
Oh.
the tips and tricks on like figuring out what that guy got his kid for the holiday. So thank you.
Yeah, how'd that go?
It shipping took longer than it was supposed to, but like whatever, it got there, and he's very happy with it, and that's all.
Good, yeah. That's
Thank
the
you.
important part, yeah.
Yeah. So thank you very much. That that kid's dad's been going through some rough shit, so Yeah, that's a cool thing. Thanks very much.
Yeah, no problem. We're happy to anytime. We love this is a game we two of us love, and two of you guys are subjected to repeatedly against your will.
No, not against your will.
Aw, thanks. But
I don't mind. I
That
don't
means
mind
more
magic.
than you know.
yeah.
I consider this consensual, at least on my part. I don't.
Consensual magic.
Oh,
So, Jenk, I believe they said they like getting the gobbo. A couple inches of gobbo up in there.
Well,
I
you
fucking
see,
walked right into that one.
the
Oh,
problem with if wondering if we're getting the gobbo is what if I am the gobbo?
Are you the gobbo?
I think I am the gobbo.
You think you're the gobbo? Then I definitely want
God.
to stop saying gobbo.
I,
I don't want to be hurtful to my friend, the gobbo.
all I'm saying is I really like mono red. It's straightforward and it fucks
I
up people's
gave you a
strategies.
pass.
It fucks up people's strategies.
I'm gonna buy you a mono red value vintage deck so you can play. So this is fun.
I just make it angry.
There's this new format we've been playing. It's $30 to get into because your deck has to cost $30 or less.
Okay.
So already it's like kind of appealing because you're like, I don't have to pay $9,000 to play this stupid fucking game. All right, I'll
Okay.
hear it out. And the deck itself, right? Mono red, as like I would play in Legacy, is very similar to what we play in Value Vintage mono red.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm thinking about I might just send you my red Value Vintage deck and be like, good news, buddy. Now you're in the format. You have an official Magic deck, real cards, no proxies, all games.
Oh, that'd be a very legit way to get my first deck.
Yeah. Because you can build it for dirt cheap, but also I can just give you the deck.
I literally just play it digitally and that's it.
That's cool that you're playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I played things digitally like before I had my first deck.
But are you a gobbo though?
Ooh, woo, woo,
Because
woo,
I
woo.
am definitely a gobbo.
As previously established, yes, that was
Frustratingly,
why I felt like I could talk
Only a
about it,
true
and I gave
gobbo could give out the pass.
gobbo.
Right. I gave him a pass.
Gobbo aficionados.
Gobbo aficionados, get them to
So,
the
when you're gobboing, and they get really really mad, how much fun do you have on a scale of 1 to 10?
when I gobbo off and they get really pissed off at me.
Yeah,
Straight 10.
it's the best.
It's the best. I love gobbling off and making people mad at me. Ooh, I found more seeds.
You're different though, because you make them go, oh really, and you extend the game out forever.
I did. You know what though? Honestly, like, do you remember how long it took me to kill with that Jun deck that one time?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have not seen any obnoxious Dan behavior until you've seen me play High Tide.
Yeah, you tell me about High Tide. Yeah.
High Tide is my favorite combo deck. In fact, I built it in Value Vintage, funny enough. And I'm building a second version that kills a little bit faster because I figured out how to grape shot off of it.
Nice.
Yeah, that means I can just dome you for 20. And I'm like, okay, it's turn 3, time for the game to be over. I've been here too long. I'm a Meeseeks now.
Look at me.
Look at me, I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
Can do.
Can do. Oh, buddy, I don't know. I'm feeling a little weird.
But you're talking about like on Rick and Morty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I thought somehow Mr. Meeseeks made its way into like magic, and I was like, oh wait, was it a magic thing originally
will.
that they were making fun of? And
Oh, it's
Inevitably,
I was so goddamn
well.
confused.
it's the concept of him wanting to die and needing to die, or he's
Yeah.
or it's bad for him, because the game draws out for him as well.
Yeah. I do have decks that try to kill before in turn 19. And like the unfortunate thing is when you play High Tide, right? So this is a little bit of Magic insider baseball. The goal of High Tide is literally to be like, well, if I eat up the clock this turn, they literally don't get another match and I can just win 1-0 in the series and just move to the next one. So your goal is actually be so toxic and obnoxious that you stop them from being able to participate in Magic, right? So you want one game to last exactly 50 minutes and then just kill them at the end of it. So you're like, oh, we can't go to a game 2, I guess. Haha.
Wait, so what's
That's devious.
It is devious. I mean, it's a meta deck. Like you metagame them that way to try to kill them instead of like playing fair Magic.
So basically,
So-
you're the immovable object
Yeah.
Yeah.
for as long as you can be to just like grind them the fuck down,
Well,
and
if
then at
we're
the
being-
end you're
Yeah.
just like ta-dow.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
if we're doing
still-
So during
it's
tournament
huge warfare.
during tournament play, rounds are 50 minutes.
Plus 5
So
turns to
Dan's-
go over.
Yes. So Dan's standing plan is, because it's usually a best of 3 series, if I make the first series take way too fucking long, there isn't 2 more options for them to do it.
They call
Right.
that the war of attrition.
Oh wait, so you're
Kinda,
also
yeah.
purposefully drawing it out.
Right, but I'm doing it in a way that the
Yeah.
judges can't actually stop me from doing.
The
Because-
only thing that this loses to is an opponent who recognizes what is happening and is smart enough to say, okay, yeah, I've clearly lost here, I scoop.
Yeah, because then I'm forced to play games I don't want to play where they have the advantage. Because like outside of the deck,
counting. So you're counting on your opponent being too.
committed. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
see, I wasn't going to say committed. I was going to say like, what's the word for like when somebody's just like a dick and they're just like, well, I'm not going to lose to that guy.
Obstinate. Yeah.
Yes. So you're counting on your opponents to be too obstinate or too dumb to realize they've already lost.
Right.
Right. That is exactly what's happening.
Which, funny
This
enough,
is counter to my personal play style philosophy. I always assume my opponents are going to play better than me. It usually then, because you're just not going to win, right? Like if you assume that they're going to play better, that means you have to play really fucking good.
yeah. No,
There's a weird like
There's
like a weird
so
meta.
they have to so if they make a mistake, you got them
yeah.
basically.
yes.
Yeah.
Now,
There's a weird meta though where players then become if you play against a player who's so bad that they don't realize that they're outsmarting you. It gets weird.
I've done that not in Magic. Well, maybe in Magic. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played. I don't know how bad I was. But I was just thinking, like, is there any way to game it so that like the people that you're playing against don't know if you're any good? Like,
Oh yeah.
You can get fairly far on tricking them into thinking you're stupider than you are by taking lines that are not optimal, but they're not the worst possible line. And you can kind of lure them into a false sense of confidence that way, and then you can snipe them.
or making like
Problem is, you
little
have
quote
to
unquote
be
mistakes.
aware.
Yeah, you have to be. It's a really heavy art to do that. Now there's little things you can do like mid match that you can surprise attack people with. Like there's a Worlds tournament back in I think I want to say 04 where the 16-year-old kid casted like he like sighed and casted a board sweeper into one creature. So the dude, his opponent, was like, "Oh, he really has no removal. I am just gonna lunge." Well, he actually had 2 of them. He had 2 board sweepers, so when this guy dumped his entire hand onto the board and said, "Go, good luck," he was like, "Yeah, that sucks for me," and then he just blew up the board. Like, oh, I mean, it sucks for you. I'm sorry. You know, it's like that trick. You know, that meme where the guy's like, "Call a doctor," but not for me. You know,
Right.
yeah.
But the thing, Jenk, the thing that you were talking about, it made me think of there was one time we hosted. It was when Texas Hold'em was like a big thing. Do you remember that era?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we had a Hold'em tournament, and it ended up coming down to like me and this one other guy, and I was tired. I wanted these people out of my fucking house.
Right.
So I just started like, what the fuck ever. I'm gonna go all in on like whatever. But like I ended up winning. But I wasn't like that particular I wasn't playing with any kind of strategy. I guess I bluffed really convincingly because I just legitimately did not give a fuck. And I wasn't that good anyway. It wasn't competitive.
Sure. Yeah, that's
But the
perfectly
thing
doable.
is, the dude who lost to me lost his goddamn mind.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
can't remember
That's
what
also
the
great.
hand
That
was.
makes everything so much better.
Yeah, that's when you tell him it was entirely a plan just to make him do that. You tell him you wanted to cause the rage, and you like the taste of his tears.
Or you
Right.
could do the jank maneuver is to just look at them and say, "Beat you."
Yeah.
That's
See,
terrible. No
it
one
would
should
be
ever
more in
do
my
that.
nature to be
Beat you.
like, well, I thought it was a fun game.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, I had fun. I don't know why you're being like
Oh,
that.
I'm Krabopolis Michaels.
You're
You remember
Grumbo.
Krabopolis Michaels?
Yeah, you're
I
Grumbo.
just like killing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll bring the red, and just you got an elaborate plan you've been playing all day, thinking, hey, I'm gonna do this game, and then you die, and you're like, I didn't even get to set up and try my plan. You're like, sorry, you're dead.
I
And then I pull the
You're
blue,
just building the foundation, and it's just like, wow.
and then I pull the blue to like to get even more annoying. So they're like, let me just know. Let me just do this. It's dead.
No, I just play combo decks now. I don't pretend like I'm like this game is like the skill for me is going to be
No,
counting.
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Like
Yeah.
the red blue. I like the red blue a lot.
That's the high tide list I'm building because I'm like, all right, we're done like pretending this is going to be a back and forth. I'm going to screw myself up and lose, and we're going to go to the next game, or I'm just going to blow you out of the water here.
I like to force them to think.
Nah,
TikTok. It's coming. It's coming.
best you got is turn 4, pal. Then this deck's popping off. Good luck. Fair warning.
That's
I told
fine.
you.
That's fine. That's fine. I like team. I like ending it before turn 4. Team.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
But like that is one of the tricks I do. Like I do that to red decks a lot, and red players are like, like they're just really curious about what's going on because all they do is cast like lightning bolt, which like no hate on that. I am also known to be a nasty burn mage. I'll throw bolts. I'll throw hands all day.
hmm
I throw my lightning bolts. I like to do it, but like they're like they get really invested in the story of what's going on, so they're like, oh, and then what? You do this, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? We'll learn this deck together. It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't even know these things comboed together. Can you believe it?
I haven't seen half these cards. All I know is you had a life total. I was trying to get rid of it. I don't even know what the shit you're doing over there, man. I don't know, something with Forest, I guess.
Oh, I have you tried punching them in the face?
Yeah. No, the high tide is a really good win rate against red decks right now. Like I was like terrified of red decks.
Oh, I bet it would. I bet it would. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, oh
'Cause you
yeah,
can't that's the counter to them, right?
yeah, they should be my foil because I don't protect myself on board. I don't really protect myself with
Oh.
counter spells until I'm popping off. I'm not doing anything anyway, so they should be able to just be like, I'm just gonna go to Cartoon Town on your face and you're gonna die. And I'm like, that's what I was expecting, but I was like, oh yeah, because I'm not trying to actually fight them. I just keep all my resources in hand and just drop lands, and then when I'm ready to pop off, I'm like,
Well, time to pop off.
yeah,
That's why being a gobbo is fun because you don't have to just be like just red.
yeah. The
You
goblins
could
are
you could you
stupid.
could throw some bullshit in there.
They got
They'll be like
goblins now.
they'll be like red, and then all of a sudden a green shows up, and you're like, oh fuck.
Well, they got these. They're mono red right now, but they got these
All of
damn
a sudden
goblins. You can pop
a
off for
black
17 on
shows up,
turn
and you're
1.
like, oh man.
Like you have not lived until you've taken 17 to the face from goblins on turn 2. Like that's like then you're having a rush because you're like, I have 1 life and I started the game at 20. That was 5 minutes ago. What the hell happened to me? Dude, they're
You gave him the
gross.
gobbo.
Yeah, they give you the gobbo, and you're like, God damn, dude. So anyway, we started the show a while ago, by the way. I want you all to know that.
We're on a
that's
show?
Yeah.
That's that punching. That's that Bruce Lee's 1,000 punches. He fears the person who does 1,000 punches. One punch.
1,000 gobos.
10,000 times, as opposed to one punch. 10,000 punches one time.
Yeah.
I fear 1,001 ones. Not
Because he knows how to hit you with that one thing.
That guy knows what he's doing with that fist. You got to watch out. That thing's gonna hurt. Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on? Oh.
Oh, got it.
Damn it! I caught hands again.
Every time. Bruce, please stop.
Bruce, I can only take so much, man.
Man,
Trying to be your friend, you keep punching me.
You punched me 10,000 times.
no, we're not friends. Punch, punch.
Yeah, so now I don't know, man. That's what I've been on, and I'm like trying to build these value vintage decks because again, they're $30, and what we want to do is get a cube of them, basically, get 8 of them, so we can take it to a tournament and be like, hey, you should try this format. It's okay, you can just rent a deck from us for $1, and then you can play for the night. So you pay like $6 to enter a real tournament of Magic because these are all real cards. They can't tell you no. And
And then you roll them with high tide.
well, I won't roll them with high tide, but I'll bring a high tide deck for the high tide players to roll somebody with.
Hmm. Do you guys do deck roulette?
Well, that's what kind of renting decks would be.
Oh, okay.
We've done something like deck roulette before where we're like, hey, I'll borrow your deck and you borrow mine and we'll have some fun with this.
That's interesting.
Yeah, well, it's smart to play somebody else's deck so you see how the other side live, you know? 'Cause
Right, right.
you think you know what's scary about your deck, but then when you play somebody else's deck and you have face your own, you'll know what you're scared of
Yeah,
and what you're not, so you know what to focus on.
It's true.
Yeah.
yeah.
It definitely puts things in a weird perspective.
Part of that meta.
Yeah. It helps you understand it better. Like, why does this thing beat? Like, if you can't figure out why you keep winning, like that's actually kind of dangerous because then you can run into somebody who's already solved that problem and you haven't. So it's best to play somebody else's deck and go, this, like this should kill me. That's why I thought about high tide because I played a shit ton of burn and I was like, I'm just gonna hit them in the face a bunch of times. They're gonna die. I don't even defend themselves. Like they don't have the resources for it. And I was like, oh,
My thing is, I always end up running into someone who like really knows what they're doing, and I'm like, well, fuck, I don't have infinite time to figure this out.
well, yeah, but it's like any other game. You just practice and then I'll
Yeah,
figure out how to beat them.
10,000 punches, baby.
10,000
like wow, I
fucking
just got
punches.
wrecked.
I would wreck
Next time, I might as well just
10,000
punch him in the
punches.
face.
You'd wreck somebody with 10,000 punches.
I guess.
Is that,
You have another option?
well, well, not really. No. That son of a bitch in his gobos.
It'd be Goblin.
He just yelled, "Give him the
Goblin
gobbo."
these nuts.
God, yeah. The mind
Gobbo,
goblin, these nuts.
gobbo, give him the gobbo.
That's a card now, by the way. Mind goblin is a card now. So you can literally be like, mind goblin, these nuts.
Ah.
And Wizards is like, that's an appropriate thing for players to do to each other when they interact.
That's socialization.
That is a type of socialization that is toxic as shit. It's awesome. They were like, they've been doing this weird pivot where they're just like, in the old days, they used to like try to defend our poor little hearts and shit. And now they're like,
Hmm.
hey, yeah, guess what? We'll give you really powerful tools, but then, I don't know, so does that guy. So, like, good luck with it. They're,
Oh yeah, power creep.
yeah, they're cutting the hand holding a lot. They're like, yeah, just go wild. Like, they were supposed to ban up a bunch of cards out of standard and modern, and they're like, we'll ban 2. Good luck with
Oh,
it.
it's the. Is it the impulse to super moves?
I think it's the impulse to not do your job and try to make
Ah,
the game
yes.
exciting.
Yeah, yeah. That's the impulse to super moves.
Yeah.
Let's just make a flashy just at end of the game and we're done because the game's over. You don't have to think any further, right?
Right. So there's like the game is weird, like the game is now this weird realm of chess where you're like, I have a haymaker, you have a haymaker, we both know the other has a haymaker, but our haymakers kind of cancel each other out, so we'll see who gets the next haymaker and that'll kind of determine the game.
Hmm.
And it's like that's a way to play it. I'll
I
say
used to
this.
play. I used to play it with like I used to call those bullshit cards.
Yeah. The cards you used to call bullshit are so bad they cost 4 cents and aren't playable in this $30 format. Like, that's how bad the power creep is.
Those are some cheap bullshit cards.
Yeah, but you know what the funny part is? If you played this format, you'd be like, everything here feels balanced and good. Everything feels fun. I feel like I'm having a good time. I don't know why everybody calls this game bullshit. But like in
Yeah,
reality,
Legacy is more fun. Yeah.
yeah. But if you took that shit back to like when you were originally playing and trying out the game, you would be like, these cards absolutely face roll everybody all of the time, and it is disgusting they let me do this.
Yeah.
But because everybody's doing it, suddenly it's like, yeah, it's fair. Do I have boars
Well,
shit
they,
about?
they
Oh,
they're throwing
shit.
bullshit on me. I might as well throw some bullshit on them.
Yeah, I can throw shade. Who said I couldn't throw shade? I have hands. The shade will
Well,
help.
I was going to be nice, but now we got a gobbo in hand.
Yeah, it was nice until I drew this gobbo in my goblins deck. You know that card I built my deck to play? Yep, I drew it. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. That's the state of the game right now. It's weirdly good, but like everything is so bullshit powerful. You're like, I don't like. I remember when people used to cry that Bloodbraid Elf was a card, and now that card's not even playable. Like it's just not good. It's so, but they like for a long time they'd be like, you can't put Bloodbraid Elf into standard. That card is too powerful. And then they're like, you know what? What if we did though?
What if we gave it to everybody?
Yeah, but
What if we
Isn't
made it
it
easier to cast?
yeah,
isn't that just Yu-Gi-Oh at that point? Like,
basically
I'm just gonna pull my Blue Eyes White Dragon on you.
that you're not really wrong though. That's kind of what they're doing right now. They're just like, yeah, just do it. It's fine. Like, do you think public decency is a thing? You're wrong, bitch. There's nothing decent about what you're about to do in this game, and you're gonna love every second of it.
Mind Goblin, of course.
Yeah, you mind gobbling these nuts? That's a thing you can do now.
I heard you like nuts.
You mind gobbling these nuts. And then you say it like that with that deep voice.
Oh, Mind Goblin, these nuts.
You mind gobbling these nuts.
Oh,
It's just fucking insane, man. I don't know.
these nuts.
Sometimes I really do have problems processing what they let me do in this game. I'm just allowed to do this. Like I remember when this was like a hate crime. I remember when this was like you did this. It was tantamount to cheating, and now they're just like, yeah, man, did you forget you left this at home? Don't forget this. It's all right, I won't. But shit, I feel like I'm committing a felony over here. Definitely tax evasion. Everything. That's the other thing too. In the old days, like if you were to bypass like cost, it was like tee hee hee. I'm so clever. It was so difficult. My 5 card combo to like bypass these basic game costs, and now it's like, oh, don't play that. Why? Well, because you want to commit tax evasion here, here, and here.
Yeah. And you'll have to pay your taxes on that if you play that.
Yeah, you'd have to pay taxes on that, dude. What are you doing, dipshit? And you're like, oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I'm an idiot this whole time.
Yeah, this whole time I could have been evading taxes, and instead, like, I don't have to pay them? Okay, alright.
You mean to tell me I can have this for basically free?
That's a thing you say. That's
Well,
something.
why wouldn't I do that then?
Yeah. There's a lot of times where you're like, I could play fair, but the game told me not to.
They kind of forced me to do this, guys. In fact, it's more their fault than mine.
Yeah, I'm not the criminal here. I'm not the bad guy. It's
You
just like,
shouldn't have let me do this.
nah, they really shouldn't have. You know, I feel like we've been talking for 2 hours and it's only been like half an hour. I'm at a
Well,
good
we
time.
started
10
early.
minutes.
We started early.
Well, I had like 5 minutes though.
Oh, okay. No, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know you started that soon.
Yeah, that's why I started with the Gobbo. Okay, I'm gonna contest right now, San. You are not unhappy that you tagged me. You followed me just to tag me. And in fact, if you're not following me, okay, all right. I'll keep the deal going. Up in my follower numbers. I'll advertise your fucking GoFundMe and your Cash App. That's fine.
Yay!
Well, I like the ones who would tag you and be like, "Will you repost? I need help." And I'm like, "Could you throw a follow?" And they're like, "You have just done a hate crime, sir.
Oh yeah.
You
They're
might be Hitler."
jerkwads.
And you're like you're the one who pesters the shit out of me. I didn't do anything to you. It's bullshit.
The dickwads.
Yeah, they're
I
not.
don't see. I don't. I have a hard time with it. Like I do give people mutual aid, but I don't know which ones are scammers. So
I don't either.
eh.
So I just follow off the simple heuristic. If they're willing to give a follow back, Like I've had ones who've like done that and they'll like throw a follow and then 2 days later they unfollow me and I'm like, whoa, oh, no, we're not doing that. That's not happening. I guess I did
Like
get
a human response or something,
Yeah,
like a thanks could be in order,
yeah, that's
even if
all.
it's not much.
Well, that's why I say, like the thanks is no more or less than just simply following back. Because if you just follow back, all right,
Okay,
fine.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, follow is
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
I'll do it because then at least you're my follower. You're not some rando who's just like
it is. It is the attention economy after all.
It is the attention economy, so you're helping me get more attention. All right, I'll help your thing get visibility. I will mutually reciprocate, right? That's fair. But when they're like, tee hee hee, I'm so clever, I'm like, tee hee hee, get off my wall. Catch a block.
Tee gulag.
Yeah. Because like I don't know, like I don't know if people know this, but I don't actually owe them shit. Like just the same as other people don't owe me shit. This is a mutual arrangement. So like if you're not going to be mutual, like why do I need you? I don't need to advertise your shit. And none about you. There's no value add because like again, you're right. Like you can't tell who's fake and who's not. So if you're not going to give me a value add, there's no value add for me doing that neither. See you later. And like people would be like, no, you should just do it. What if they are telling the truth? It's like, well, then they could just add the follow. Because what they're asking for is actual cash that costs me labor time, and I'm asking for like them to press basically a like button, and then they never even have to interact with my stuff. You just have to press that little like button one time and ignore me forever. So like,
Yeah,
don't
yeah, you'll be there. I'll be here. We'll be chilling.
yeah, don't give me this shit like how dare you
I
say
may or
that.
may not see your content. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, you'll tag me when you want to extract attention from me, and I'll do it because you artificially inflate up my numbers. I'll do it every time. And if they're like,
That's
"Oh,
not
that's
artificially.
terrible,"
That's correctly.
yeah, people will genuinely be like, "That's a terrible way of handling things." And like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you know something. Like, if you just expect that other people owe you,
Well, it looks better if you don't follow people back. You're like, what?
yeah. But like,
Why would I do that?
here's a counterpoint. It looks better for my brand if you do follow me back. Because then I look like a type of person who follows back people who follow them and mutually help each other out. And to which 3,700 people agree. But that's just, I don't know. Like, that's the kind of shit that bothers the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Like, because then you'll get this, like I said, you'll get the lecture. You'll get the lecture that how immoral of you to demand them to follow you back. They don't owe you anything. You're like, you're right. But the counterpoint is like, don't say that. Because don't inform people they don't actually owe other people shit. Like I don't owe you a follow because there's no reason for me to
I think
follow
it's
you.
I think it's I think it's more the custom of like, you see someone begging for money
Yeah,
and you're like, okay, here's a dollar, here's some coins or
right.
whatever you happen to have on you. And then they just go, ha ha ha, I got you.
Yeah.
And then they get up and they get in their Maserati and drive off.
Okay, but if they
You,
do,
you, you wouldn't you wouldn't be like, well, fuck that guy, he got $1 from me.
yeah, I guess. But at the same time, like we're in a situation where I actually can't prove that you're, you know what I mean? Like I
Right,
can't even
right,
fall into
right.
the trap of like you're, because I don't know
Well,
you.
you
You're an
you
accountant.
got me. You
Yeah.
got me, sir.
For all I know, it's Bill Gates of the internet
uh,
being like, tee hee hee, I got $3 off somebody. I'm so clever.
but it could have been someone genuinely in need, so
Yeah. How do I know this isn't going to a right wing death cult? Like I don't. So like you, the least you can do is make me feel better about the arrangement by giving me something
could
out of it.
be. Could be. It could be your follower could be Charles Manson.
Yeah.
How did you find out I was starting right wing death cults?
Well, I happen
Who
to
told
follow
you?
your blog, rightwingdeathcultfan.com,
Oh, the Daily Stormer.
the Daily
Have you
Stormer.
seen have you seen this have you seen this Manson guy? Wild, isn't he?
When you listen to
I
Charles
think he's
Manson, you
not
believe he's
thinking
right for
big
the first
enough.
4 minutes, and then like after you walk away from him, you're like, I just thought Charles Manson was right. I need to go like see a shrink. The man is persuasive. I'm not saying he's good. I am saying he's persuasive.
He knows his way around a conversation. It's
And
way
then
more fun to talk to than Brandon.
Hello, I'm sorry for bothering you. You want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers? That's okay. That's okay, Grand Gouffier. I'm all right. Since considering nobody's watching live tonight, I think you can just take the night off, pal. I won't be going to streamingguys.com/peanut. Thank you for offering. I won't be attending.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna
He
be
probably looked
shocked. I'm gonna be
probably
shocked if
looked
that's
and was
ever
like,
worked.
"There's no follows here."
Yeah,
Yeah, we never promised that.
we do not promise you shit. There's nobody to advertise to. We don't care. People will 4 people will watch this on the rebroadcast, and one of them's a co-host. So we don't care. We do what we do, and it's purely authentic. Thank you. I always feel like
If caring was a thing, I would not be included in that group in this.
fact. I kind of sometimes feel like I'm maybe I should start pushing it like they do on Mindful Wellness, which is a good show that happens on Wednesdays, and you should watch it. And
Oh yeah, I might be able to start watching it.
ooh, you might even be able to get on it.
Oh yeah,
I know a guy and a gal.
that would be tight.
That would be tight. It's so tight.
I remember him just going into grocery store or convenience stores to get stuff and 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 running into like the oddest conversations.
That's about 95% of the show. Yeah.
I was like, how the fuck did we get here? It's cool, but like what?
Yeah, that's about 95% of the show. Otherwise, we're just doing communism over here, and we don't.
He
care.
does like his sci-fi though, so I agree on that. It's sci-fi and horror, so
No, I never said the True and Juniper do a bad job on that show. Excuse me, Christopher Gadsden and Juniper, because Christopher Gadsden's a completely different person than the guy with the same exact avatar and voice.
yeah,
Who shows up on
yeah.
this show sometimes.
Totally different person.
Obviously.
Totally different. No, they love that
Yeah,
show.
legally distinct entity.
Legally distinct entity. But sometimes I feel bad because they're really popping off and they're pushing, and I'm like, we are still the same lazy bastards we have been for 7 years. But then I'm like, do I want to go do what he does? And I'm like, no, I don't. Okay, never mind. Then I just go back to being like, yeah, it's time to talk about magic cards and then randomly scream about the market.
The thing about what he does is that I don't get the bullshit riff like I do here, where you just don't care.
Yeah,
The riffs are different.
I gotta host that again one night. That way I can just make it that, and I can just riff for an hour, an hour and a half, and just make it all jokes, or go into Nick Mullen style, weirdness.
Mhm.
Which, say what you will about Nick Mullen, those are pretty entertaining rants sometimes. And sometimes it's just okay, that's enough. We get it.
Sometimes I just like throwing a monkey wrench in.
You do. Hey, we're the monkeys, and that's a racist term for the whites.
I knew it.
Uh huh. That's what I've been hiding this whole time, my anti-white racism. I really.
That day where we did the Yakubi's right thing was just the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. But what about our Lord and Savior Yakub?
It was great. It was great. I didn't know we were going there.
We'll go there. I did the Yakub guy. We can dip on Yakub. Fuck it. Who cares? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They're not gonna shoot me. I'm all the way down here. They're not leaving New York. They're gonna go harass the Hasids. They're too busy messing with the Hasids. They're gonna get on this stream and demand money. I got news for you, pal. We want the money. We're just too lazy to go get it.
We demand the money. We demand the money. What money?
And
I suddenly turn in a little Wayne.
dude, my favorite thing about those guys is if you're white and you're you know what, I am sorry, can I donate to your cause? They harass you for life. That's so baller. They're just
That's hilarious.
yeah, they're fuck it, we will just they're violent about it too. They're just you better give us more money.
Well, the white man's money.
they're like,
all right, I'm back.
Sweet.
What you gobos been talking about?
Nothing. We weren't praising our sister show that's popping off like crazy. We weren't doing that.
Definitely not. We would never.
We didn't do that, and we didn't delve into the Yakubiverse.
We did not delve into.
We were talking Yakub.
We were kind of talking the black Israelites who if you're white and you donate to them, they immediately start harassing you with death threats for more money.
Oh, have you seen their new technology?
No.
They've got new technology.
Oh boy.
It's
No.
it's if you ever dated a white woman, you were not pro-black.
Oh
If you've ever
Wait,
if you've ever had any relations with a white woman,
I want him to.
Oh, you get like white cooties for life?
yeah, you
You
get
know
white
what,
cooties.
though? You know what though? Arami says that and then whips around and is like, now a lot of people are gonna criticize me for having a white wife, and it's like, well, you
Hell
just said
yeah!
you just literally got done saying.
You set the frame. He set
Once
the
you
frame
go
and then he
white,
told
you
on
can
himself.
never go right.
Yeah,
He set the frame and then he told on himself.
right. He's like, then he literally whips around and he's like, now I have a white wife, and people tell me that I can't. And then he does that head shake.
Wait, so was that just like an elaborate setup for what he thinks is a flex?
Yeah. I think.
Now I have a white wife,
You
and it's
see,
like,
you-
bitch, you
no,
started this
no.
whole argument.
Yeah. You're out there putting this out there, and then you're like, my wife is white, and I can get away with it because I have a quality of education. Oh my god, am I doing his voice?
Yeah,
He's
you did
one
it.
of the good
You
ones.
did it. You
Did
did
I
it.
do it? Because
You
I
did
will
it.
give you a quality of education that other Negroes
You
will
did
not
it.
give you.
You did it.
Oh my god, I did.
All
I
right.
finally got there. Oh man, fucking level up on the
Now-
impersonations.
Beautiful.
Weird YouTuber.
Beautiful.
Is it weird for you to accomplish all of your 2024 goals in the first 2 weeks?
I did not yet because I cannot bench press 100 pounds yet.
He did it.
I didn't do them all.
And another one.
My boy has 50
Another
suited
one.
up. My boy has 50 suited up, and when he's not here, I sneak into his room and take his weights. And I just try to keep doing reps with that until I can get like 9 or 10 reps in, and I'm up to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do your thing, man. Get you.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm trying to do right now. And then I'm like, yeah, all right, we're gonna get to a hundo, and then we're gonna get to 150. We're gonna get to my weight, and hopefully, like that is like my idea is for that to become 250. Like,
Oh, and also they got in the new technology they got the black conservatives trying to build a culture.
excellent.
We are not a monolith.
As an amateur wellness advisor, I'm gonna have to say that I don't like the idea of you like fucking around with those weights without a spotter, Dan.
Well, that's why I keep the weight low and I just do more reps.
It's also for like toning, not bulking. So
Well, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to bulk.
Sure.
I'm trying to shave
So-
off because I'm eating a lot of salads and then I'm doing that.
My guess, Dan, is based on our similar physical sizes.
Yeah.
Until you start hitting around the 185, 200 range, you're going to be perfectly fine to do it solo if you want to.
Oh, you can bench press $100. You can bench press 100 easy.
I don't know that
I got-
can.
I
oh,
got
you're
faith in
talking
you.
about bench presses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Well, but also for that, because I would be laying down on my back with it near my neck, I would have a spotter. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. No, but you can bench press 100 easy.
Well,
You got a bigger frame.
don't forget though that I also have bad back problems. So half of the problem is literally I can't lay on the bench very often. So I do a lot
Okay,
of
do
things.
an
standing.
incline.
Oh,
Do an
that's-
incline.
Yeah.
You
that
can do an
doesn't
incline.
necessarily help though, depending on where your back problems are. Just saying.
But where are your back problems?
Do you know that thing? Okay, let me try to narrow it down. You know that spot on your back where your back is?
Yeah.
It's that, all of that.
Oh,
Oh, my-
okay. Well,
my
you got to
brother.
strengthen the muscles around them.
Yeah.
My brother in spine. I feel you.
Yeah. So, like, that's why for me, like, just being able to get up and like do like 4 reps, and like mind you, that's like 4 reps of like standing and then doing a deadlift up. But now the 50 pounds obviously is not impressive, but that's how I start, right, to get the arms ready to do what I'm about to do. And then I stand and then I pop it up on my chest and then I do it in the air above me. I'll do 4 of those, and then I'll put it on my back and I'll do squats. But usually the squats start burning, and that's when I'm like, okay, when it burns just a little bit more, we're gonna let it go. Those I've only been able
Yeah,
to
no,
go up
that's
to
good.
3.
That's fine.
So wait.
You do
Yeah,
You're
do what
using
you
a
can do.
barbell?
Yeah, I
You're
have
doing a barbell or dumbbells?
Barbell.
Barbell is
Barbell is
35.
45 pounds.
Is it? So it's probably what suited up.
Yeah,
to-
the bar itself has significant weight.
It can't.
Yeah,
be
all
that
you
much.
need
45
is
pounds.
all you need is what 15s on it, and you got it.
It can't be that much. I don't know shit about weights, by the way.
It's
I'm
not 15s. It's you need to put 30 on
30?
either side, and you're over 100.
Do you want me to go
30 on
get it?
both
20
sides.
Do you want me?
25's a hair under 100, and 30's over 100.
Okay.
Guys, Dan is
Okay.
asking us if we want him to go get his big heavy rod.
Yeah. Do you want me to
I
go
think-
get it?
I think you should. I think you should. I think you should lay down the rod.
Do you think we should get it?
Let me find out what's on either side. Hold on, because I may have already met my goal and I need to set my goal higher because I just don't know shit about weightlifting.
Yeah, 100 pounds is not, compared to our scope and size, is not an unreasonable
you're
amount
big,
of
you're
weight
big,
for you to
you're
bench
big.
right now.
You're big. You could. If you really tried at it, you could do. I guarantee you 300.
You
Nah,
guys,
I couldn't do
we're-
300. I'm
That
not
would
gonna
take
do
quite
that.
a bit of effort. So
It would
let me
take a
put
bit
you-
of
not-
effort, and it would take a bit of time, but he could do it.
I go to the gym
He's
5 days
got
a
a
week.
lot. He's got a lot.
I am very well versed in my gym stuff, and 225 is a struggle for me. But that is 245s on either side.
But he's also a bigger guy.
I'm just
I
gonna
am
say,
also a bigger guy.
I need to throw out there though that like none of you guys are giving Dan space to grieve because he
Dan-
just said he like, oh, I'm gonna have to get a new goal because I accidentally like
Shattered.
went
I
over
told you.
it. And
Maybe-
I told
Let me
Dan.
go
I
find
told
out.
Dan
fucking
at the
hate
start of
when I
all of
meet
it.
Yeah,
my goals
you're-
accidentally, and we
you're
gotta
suffering from
get
success
I'm
over
just gonna
here.
go find out how much it weighs. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
I'll give
Listen.
you a topic.
I'm sticking with. I told Dan that they shattered their goals 2 weeks into the year. Like, I just don't know what the plan is for the rest of the year. Then, honestly,
That's
He's
what I'm saying.
gotta-
I mean,
maybe get.
He's got to deliver
this
the
is
rod.
a delicate. This is a delicate time because, like, what if he has nothing
I'd like to
left live
propose
for?
a new goal for Dan. Get a
I'm listening.
single viewer. Get a single view. that
Well,
doesn't.
okay.
that
Well,
that's
doesn't
let's not go
become.
crazy.
Hang on. The
Let's not go
caveat,
crazy.
that doesn't become a co-host.
Oh, let's not. No,
Hey,
no.
hey. Lee, I think used to be a pretty regular viewer. I don't know if he still is, but I don't think Lee's ever been on this show.
I don't think you understand. Dan likes to not have to do anything. So if he gets a new follower and then tell him to not make him a co-host, then he might have to
Why?
do more.
I mean, I can leave if you guys want.
No, I just
No,
You don't have to
no,
be
no.
subtle about it.
Chat.
Just tell me.
I was talking to chat.
No, that's.
We actually have
I'm
somebody
just
in the
saying.
chat. And I don't know what to do now.
Oh shit! On Twitch
man,
or
And
fucking
you
YouTube?
like the show? How about you host it?
Oh,
Oh yeah, by the way, it's 15 on either side, so I have a little more to go.
Yeah, 15, yeah.
Okay, that's very reasonable. 15 on either
Yeah,
side. That's
Easy. You
hold
start
up, I
30
with
gotta
plus
find my
45.
rod.
You're doing 75.
You start with a 5, and you go up to 10, and then you build that. Next thing you know, you got that 15.
I will tell you, Dan, from experience, if you are over 6 reps with those 15s on either side, it means you can definitely do more.
Okay, well that's not gonna work up to because I also have bad cardio and I need to do more cardio. But
Yeah, me too.
yeah,
Same.
It's just I'm not
fuck
like
that.
a kid.
My
I'm not
my
like
life
I'm
goal
not
is
like a kid
avoiding cardio.
anymore.
Are you kidding?
you
My
like
thing is
bad
I'm not
cardio.
I'm not like a kid anymore. So I used to like love just like running, like from like trails and shit,
Yeah,
and like neighborhoods and like anywhere that's around. And you're a kid, so
See,
nobody
that's
cares
a,
if you
that's
see
a
a kid
totally
running.
foreign concept to me. Like
What?
I can't imagine what it's like to have a body that works well enough to like take joy in using it.
fact. I used to have that, now I don't. And it's becoming
See,
like a distant memory.
I never have. Like I am one of the clumsiest human beings that has ever existed. And so it's like the concept of being able to use a body well on purpose all the time is just I've never really been able to wrap my head around.
It feels weird though, right? Like it feels weird to be like, yeah, I can do this thing.
Right. Like when you successfully do something, it's like, oh shit,
Yeah, I
that
thought,
happened? Like, yeah.
yeah,
That is kind of cool.
No, and like here's the thing. I thought my kid just had like what I thought was happening was my kid just had like a 50-pounder in there. And I was like, okay, I've been doing tens on my arms just because he doesn't have any bigger weights and I know I need to go buy more. But I've been doing tens, but I've been doing like an extreme amount of reps with those just to try to compensate. So like my upper arms are getting more tone than I expected, which is cool. But that's not really helping me with a lot of stuff, right? They just look better
Yeah.
now. I just look tougher, right? But that's like kind of also what, let's face it, like that's kind of what I'm going for here, to look tougher, right? So
Okay, walk hard, my dude.
yeah, well, I don't want to look totally doughy. I want to look at least like I can throw a punch.
Okay.
Yeah. But I didn't
You
He's
got to
realize.
make
he's
sure
sexy.
that when
He's sexy and he knows it.
daughter, you got to make sure that when your daughter is old enough, her girlfriends know that you could beat the fuck out of them.
Right.
Nah. You're just better off going with the shotgun approach. Clean in
No.
the shotgun on the porch as they come in.
Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just preparing to commit a couple of felonies. You
Yeah, but
interested?
you gotta be strong enough to be able to to take that shotgun's recoil.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I need to be able to do. So like that's what I've been working on.
You got to be able to work the slide action.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
And then you gotta explode. Can you explode, Dan?
I can't explode. How do I explode? What do I do to explode?
And I
Oh, you know.
explode because my 9 is easy to load.
Oh, you know, bussing.
Busting makes me feel good.
Feel good.
They don't think it'd be like it do, but it do. Be like you said it do.
That sentence should make sense to me, but didn't.
Well, some shit bees like that.
Yes.
Bees in the trap.
Some
You
shit.
know, it just do what it do. It do what it do.
Yes, I believe that it does what it does.
What that thing do?
I
What
don't
it
know.
do.
What does that thing do?
It busts. That's what it do.
I'm starting to get nervous here because I don't know about this, but I know busting makes me feel good, and that's about it.
Think we
When you get home after a long day of busting.
Busting makes me feel good. Are we gonna go into a whole Neil CC Rega bit now? Because I could kill 10 minutes doing that and just have the blast.
Neil sees. I don't know.
Well,
What
how
that
much time
means.
you got?
What?
Would that be a show ender?
It's 11:03, meaning we got 12 minutes.
Oh, there you go. Then the show on a note.
On a note, on a load, if you will, a load of stuff that we could do.
Yeah, a whole creamy, busty, milky white load.
Milky white
Goblin.
loads. Gobbos make me feel good. Ba-ba-ba-da-da.
I'm so glad you used your G card, Dan.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself for being brave enough to use the G card. I was really afraid, but you guys have helped me, and now I love the atomic gobbo. How many fucking planes did I buy?
Welcome to Gobble Life.
Welcome to gobbo motherfucking life.
Wait, so how do we finish the phrase once you go gob?
Once you go gobbo, you won't be no
What?
slobbo.
Oh, once you gobbo.
Once you go gobbo, you gonna be a dirty hoe.
They make you go gob.
Wait. So the
Oh my
the
god, you're making me
people
gob.
Get that gob.
gob, motherfucker.
Just got that one.
Gobble, gobble.
Oh,
Gobble,
fuck.
gobble.
You're gonna make me gob.
You're gonna make me gob all over the place. I'm gobbing
No, but
everywhere.
I wonder if whoever thought it was an Italian insult thought because of like gabagool.
Maybe. I think. I think.
That's the only thing they've ever learned about Italians.
What about gobbling these goals? Yeah.
They'll be like, I heard that they're mongrels and gobos.
You got gobbo on your breath?
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a savage gobbling?
What the hell?
Damn it, Daniel!
What the hell is all over your dress? Did you let somebody gobbo all over you?
Monica.
Monica Lewinsky got gobbled on
It's
by the
in
president.
your hair.
Yeah,
It's in your hair.
they're reporting it
Stop!
now, folks. They're reporting it now. Ms. Lewinsky was in fact gobbled on by President Clinton.
Oh,
God, that poor woman.
She should have gotten a fucking medal. Like, I don't...
Yeah.
Or, like, reparations.
You know what, though?
Gabo City, population U.
I kind of want to know if she went to that island.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. That's the part nobody talks about with that one, when she's like, and like,
Whoa.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Oh!
Uh-huh.
We getting spicy, huh? We doing this?
I'm just saying.
Well, no, I haven't... okay, like, I'm just saying, like, for myself...
Gabo.
Did you mean that as a slur?
Did you? I don't know if he did or not. He didn't add a hard F to it, so I don't think so.
Full
Because, like I said,
metal
remember, I didn't think
Gabo.
Gabo was a slur until, like, one of my friends said it around me, and I didn't like his tone, and I've never looked at him the same way again.
Get out of my country with these fucking gobbos.
No, but to the point, I have not downloaded those logs, you know, from any place I've seen them posted. So it's like I have not evaluated the evidence in any way.
Incoming Gabo. Fire in the hole.
Gabo San Lucas.
Fire in the hoe. Fire your gobbo.
But yeah, like, I mean, that if somebody that wants to make themselves like deeply like sad and angry and just wants to torture themselves in a way that I don't want to, if they want to go check that out and let us know, that would be awesome.
Well, that's what I'm kind of curious about, because we know he was on there, and I just kind of put it together tonight. I was like, wait a minute. And if you notice,
Same time period, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it would have been a contemporary period because he was president while he was doing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder if she didn't go to that island, and if so, like, she needs to spill the tea. Because I doubt I highly doubt she's complicit. I know what the libs would be like. See, she was
Right.
the one doing
She
it.
might
No.
use her head.
Well, also, like think of it this way, like, because something I don't think we consider is, like, not only are there the young nubile sweet HSGs there,
Yeah.
but also that island is probably a great place for other pervy bastards to bring people that they don't want observed what they're doing to them. And, like,
Yeah.
maybe they wouldn't be subject to U.S. law if they did get caught.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You can only get them on transporting people there. You can't get them on what they were doing while they was there, which is like, that's also sketch as shit. Like, the fact that the law is set up in such a way that it doesn't extend when you do these things, it doesn't extend outside of the country. Because I think U.S. law should cover, like, if you go outside of the country to do this shit, like, we see you, mother trucker, you're done.
Well, because I mean, we have laws about, like, it's specifically a crime to transport somebody for the illegal act, right?
Yeah.
Separate from the act itself, like when we're talking like within the continental United States.
Yeah, it very much is.
So we recognize already here that if you're specifically removing someone from the place where doing something to them is illegal, if you're specifically removing them from their residence to take them someplace where there's no law against what you do, like, that, shouldn't we recognize that as well?
Yeah, and like, whose territory does that island fall under? Because, like, that's not... Somebody claims that island as a part of their sovereign
Yeah,
territory.
but it's probably like fucking Bahrain, or, you know, like the Dutch. Like, the Dutch seem to have a lot of, like, quasi territories where they're like, sure, you can use our flag, okay.
Oh, yeah, this is ours now. We are the Dutch, and this is our
Well, I mean,
land.
originally they robbed and raped and pillaged and extracted every like molecule of resource that they could steal. But then they said, "Oh, you want independence? All right. Figure shit out yourself." I mean, in France's case, they're like, "Okay, we're going to bill you for our services."
Well, also in France's case, they were like, actually, we are just going to go ahead and keep it.
Right. Well, that's the French, but I feel like the Dutch are more like, if we don't have their resources, we don't have the resources to patrol them. Much like today's cops in America.
Yeah.
If we don't steal
Right.
all the resources,
We won't have
we
enough
won't.
resources. That makes perfect sense.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a brilliant plan, you have to admit. And you know what? It worked out pretty well for those Dutch for a long time. So, but they, for them, right?
Yeah, all right. Like, I'm not hearing anything I disagree with.
Right. So,
Makes sense to me.
It makes sense to Dan Cohen, and he's crazy.
yeah. So
About
if
the
I have to
Gabos.
guess, once again, somebody please, like, if you want to wade into the sewers, like, actually, you know what? That's some bullshit. I can look up like who owns Epstein Island.
That part, yeah,
Countrywide.
that part isn't so bad. That part is easy to stomach.
It's easier to do it on my computer, and I finally got back like in another comfy position.
No, just stay comfy then. You don't have to do it right now, though.
The keyboard's so far, but I also have.
It was the U.S. They were in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Oh, really? Not even
Yeah.
the BVI.
Mhm.
Interessante.
So
And it's currently owned by another billionaire who I'm sure is a good
Shocked.
person. Stephen Deckoff.
I'm sure he didn't look at those rooms and just get a little tingle thinking about what happened and maybe, take care of some needs. I'm sure that didn't happen. I'm sure.
I'm
He's a
sure.
great guy. Oh, shit. We got more game coming? Yes.
What game? What's coming?
I don't know. It says watch stream, so I'm clicking on it.
All right.
I got all kinds of games. I'm just gonna play the
Yeah.
games.
Yeah. it's
Well,
pretty
you had one up before, and that's
Yeah,
when
yeah. I was wondering which one I wanted to play.
Okay. Well, no,
Yeah.
it was just the getting up, sitting down thing. It was like the stream ended, so I was like, I don't like my screen looking like that. So I got up and cleared it out, and then you started a new game, and now I got to fix it again.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Sorry.
No, dude. It's fine. It's just I'm still learning all the software.
Yeah,
I've
we're
got my
getting Legato
sweet
here.
cans.
I could just
today.
switch it next time instead of turning it off and on.
Steam
Have I
hands.
told you guys about my sweet cans?
Sweet cans. What
Yeah, I
are the
finally got some.
cans sweet themselves or
Cans.
I finally got some sweet cans. No,
Get done. Good for you.
I treated myself finally to getting like good, like over the ear earphones.
Oh, like 2 cans? Did you get 2 cans?
Well, one for each ear, yeah.
No,
Or one for each side. I'd like to keep them symmetrical.
were they by Dre?
No.
Did you get 2 cans? Because I got 2 cans.
2 came in the package. Yeah, that seems to be like how they come.
Oh, we're doing. Oh, okay, we're not doing a who's on first bit. Nice try. You got me too. You got me go round. You got me around. All right, I can give you 2 points for that. You got me go around pretty far, but we're done now. I'm asking you about the brand of the cans.
Oh, Audio Technica.
Audio Technica. Oh, okay. The Audio Technica's good stuff too. That's what I use for when I use my stand mics.
Yeah, well, because I asked because I've been, as some of you may know, there's this other place I show up sometimes.
We also already plugged Mindful Wellness.
Epstein Island? Oh, damn.
Never.
Oh, that's
Never.
where true. That's where true is because he's not here.
And nobody saw me do it, and even if they did, they can't prove anything.
Right. That's the way to be.
That's all I gotta say about that.
So you're standing with Ukraine?
Yeah, you're standing with Ukraine. That's what
Oh
you're
God,
telling us?
no. I mean, Ukrainians. To me, there's a difference.
What about Ukrainians and they're all Pittsburghers?
It's they're Ukrainians.
And then suddenly everybody's okay with what's happening to them.
Well, in Pittsburgh?
No, I meant in
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
happening to them in Pittsburgh? Jesus
You
Christ.
know.
I know I'm out of touch with the
They
news,
got
but
their
goddamn you guys.
pierogies.
Yeah. No,
See, I don't remember it having this little line of us at the bottom before. Can I? Oh, hide members.
yeah.
Hot. Okay, we're good. All right, I got my screen sorted out.
Nice.
Woo.
I know. I'm extra.
Yeah, it's okay. I just still like the idea of Ukrainians, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, goddamn Russians are here." You know, I can't do a Pittsburgh accent.
Wait. Did you know that Yinzer is actually a slur for Ukrainians and no one should say it?
Yeah, it's an anti-Ukrainian slur, John Fetterman. You can no longer say Yinzer.
Oh, that's not gonna stop him at all.
Why is Dredge? Wait, why is Dredge showing? What the?
Keep in
fuck?
mind, I don't even know who that is. So,
John
Wait, you got
Fetterman?
Dredge?
who?
John Fetterman?
Oh, that fucker.
Yeah,
I'm
my
so
former
mad at
boss.
him right now.
Yeah, the guy we're all mad at.
I think we're gonna. I think he's experiencing postpartum psychosis.
I think.
What are you
he
guys
is
mad at him
also-
now? What are you guys mad at him now for?
Well, it's just
Because
it's just his like Ukraine, or it's just his pro-Israel shit.
Oh yeah, because he's shitty. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't know.
well,
Well, he
I
didn't
mean,
think
it was.
that way at first.
Well, see, here's the
He
thing.
He lost me when he did the anti-vax shit.
When did he do that?
What do you mean?
The beginning.
No, he didn't.
I didn't.
In the way back?
No.
No, he
I don't
was
Really?
remember.
definitely pro-vaccine.
Really?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
my boss for a while, and he was based because he was like making fun of like right wingers and shit. And it was really awesome. And then just out of
Oh,
the blue,
okay.
He insisted on flying weed and LGBT flags off of his balcony, and they like censured him for it. And he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna keep putting them up."
I'm lieutenant
Oh,
governor. You
okay.
can't do nothing to me. People were
Like-
protesting.
I'm
he was
sorry.
like,
I thought he was right. I thought he was just like a out blatant white right winger. Sorry, I didn't.
No,
Why
he
would,
was.
like, hold on. Everybody else is known to make mistakes on this. When am I ever mistaken on that?
No, you're right. I don't know.
Everybody else is known to make at least one mistake on that before. When have I ever made a mistake on that? Never. So I thought my
So
man
Daniel,
was
since we know you are infallible,
on this particular issue, I am in fact infallible. Yes, that is
which particular issue are we discussing?
figuring out who's a shitty right winger and who isn't.
Yeah, because
He's good at it.
even though I'm so angry with him, I still wouldn't call him a right winger. Well, I mean,
He's gone full right wing.
see, I feel like he's probably more Libby kind of.
That's right. That's pretty right wing. Yeah.
He's going pretty far right.
Well,
wing.
right, but I mean, he hasn't gone just like in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, I get it. He hasn't gone full R. I know, but like,
Right.
he's still a right winger.
Well, yeah, but they all fucking are. So that's not an argument that's useful to make.
Well,
I don't know if he's a right winger or the right wing of the left wing.
Joe Manchin
More-
territory is what he's entering.
I don't know where that limit cuts off.
Now,
It's
here's
like a
a
soft
question.
chorus limit.
Here's a question that
Sure.
it's actually a kind of a serious question. Like I'm not asking so I can do a punchline.
Okay.
Well,
then don't ask it. No. Sorry.
but I'm curious.
Yeah.
He was always very pro labor.
That's what he.
Can we agree on that?
That's certainly how he purported himself
His-
to be.
Historically, he was understood to be pro labor.
That is the perfect phrasing, and I will accept that premise.
Okay. So, if when asked to commit to certain policy decisions that they have the ability to influence, if he remained like staunchly pro labor, like and for real, ought we to support him or not.
So
You can be supportive of one cause and think that he has a shitty opinion on another cause.
or a lot of
Right.
It doesn't have to be one thing. Yeah.
Right, because I mean, I'm willing to bet like there is nobody in the world.
Labor president we've ever had.
terrifying that he's the best one in the past
That's
40
just
years.
a tagline.
Right?
That's not action.
Right.
That's not committing to policy decisions that you actually have the ability to influence.
So
Right.
ooh, okay, all right. The theorist in me is burning, right? So unpacking some of this. As far as
Did I ask a spicy question, Daniel?
you have, and now the cans of worms have been opened, and you all know where this goes.
My sweet cans?
Yes.
everybody
So
must love Juniper sweet cans.
these are
You
orders.
damn right.
That is now a mandated order.
Enjoy the cons. No, all right, so the first thing is this, right? Like, this is what Marx would tell us. When we have people like this, what we are to do is when they are right, we are not to help them. We are just not to hinder them when they're correct. When they are wrong, we are to actively oppose them. Because
So
if
are
he's
you
going to do this shit,
saying okay, and that was Marx?
that's Marx.
You
Because
said like strictly.
when
Okay.
they want to burn their resources on things we want, by all means, let them. Don't become contrarian over it, because that's how you end up like them. But
Well, now oh, sorry, go ahead. You
that's
said
all
what?
right. But when they are doing things you don't like, you are supposed to still go at them hard.
Actively oppose.
Yes,
Hard R, if
Okay.
you will.
hard are them. Yeah, definitely call him a hard R and
Ding.
see where that goes.
Ding. Yeah.
That
So
might be
okay,
weird.
so then a follow-up question to that
Yeah.
would be, in that case, whom ought one to support?
You got to find somebody new and see if they will hold up to the scrutiny. That's the hard part.
So
That's the part nobody likes to hear.
even if you know it's a lost cause, be like, this is the one though.
Yeah. The idea is attrition it out. To maybe they are a lost cause, but the next one might not be, and it gives us another chance at the die. The more throws we have at the die, the better off we are as far
No,
as
that
this kind of stuff goes.
that makes a lot of sense, because like back when I was a younger and more hopeful person.
More of an Ayn Rand fan, if one will.
No. No.
I'm just trolling now. Please continue.
But like at one point, like I'm not gonna say that I thought Obama winning was the end of racism, like some people, or sorry, the end of history. We've done it, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't all that, but like I thought the motherfucker was gonna do some shit.
Yeah.
Perhaps my attempts to say the N-word after Obama's election were a little too fast.
Slightly overblown.
Questions about my reasons for wanting to vote Obama to say the N-word are I'm sorry, I've forgotten the t-shirt format, but you know where I was going with that one. Sorry. I fucking can't stick the landing.
It's okay. That's all right. Sometimes we stumble.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now,
I needed your affirmations.
it helps sometimes to hear it from somebody other than ourselves.
It totally does.
It totally does.
But anyway, yeah, but you
What do
get
you
what I was
mean
saying. Like,
Obama didn't solve racism?
Yeah. I think I would have to say
What is
most of us
this?
that
were-
bitch couldn't even solve healthcare.
I would have to say in the moment at the time, most of us were hopeful, because how many of us
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, who can honestly say they weren't hopeful in the moment? But like, he evidenced himself away from that, and in the long view of it, we should have been far more critical faster. And we should have got off that train, and we should have put as much
Also, like,
brunt.
I wasn't sure it. I'm a pretty cynical fucking person, and I was just like, I don't know if this country is ready for that shit. Like, I mean, But then that worked against me later because it was like, oh, you know what? I didn't think America would let there be a black president when there was. So even though I know that, like, this, like, city ruiner, like, real estate swindler, game show host, like, even though I know his bullshit might appeal to a lot of Americans, there's no fucking way that's going to happen. Even if he's running against Hillary Clinton, who is like, even though he's running against her, there's no way he can win because we elected a black president twice.
Yeah.
That was my brain logic.
Bill Clinton and Obama.
The two black presidents. They were so eager to get a black body up there. The thing is, like with Obama too, like we learned.
Played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing about Obama that sounds kind of cold, but we figured out what it means to be black real fast, and it don't mean that,
once his vice president got talking, sure.
Yeah.
Well, it means you voted for Joe Biden.
Right.
Naturally.
Yeah. So what we found out that it means in the short form is that it does mean you are black from this country, not just you have black skin, which is something that we thought at the time was a one-to-one synonym. And again, anybody who says they weren't is either actually a black person or lying. Because white people thought like, oh, there must be a transitive property there that we missed, and nope,
they're in cahoots.
Yeah, there is not. You weren't missing anything. It's just not true, right? It's just not true. It's not the same thing to have a black body and be a black person in the American sense. Like we learned that the hard way.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
you learn the difference between melanated people and black people.
Right. Melanin carriers, if you will.
I'm sorry. I have this condition. Word.
Correct. Yeah. So
I have this condition. It's a dominant trait. So it runs in my family. Some of us we got a lot of extra melanin, and it's
Is that right? Is that right? A little darker than the rest, huh? In the old rest home. Yeah. So there's that. We found that out. We figured that out real fast. That was a lesson we learned, and if we didn't learn it, we're fucking up.
And by the way, anyone that's never seen at least one, if not both, of the versions of Imitation of Life, go check that out.
Imitation of Life.
Fair.
Imitation of Life. Like the REM song title, but the movies.
I don't think I know that one.
There's an old black and white one, and then there's a color version. And the color version, one of the starlets of the time, I was Doris Day in it. Anyway, the story is there is a privileged white lady, and
as there oft is,
and her, I can't remember if it's her housekeeper. It's like a mammy stereotype kind of thing.
Oh.
No, like seriously, it's her, like her loving, her loving housekeeper or what the fuck ever they're calling it. Anyway, they both have daughters that are about the same age. The housekeeper, whatever's daughter, is really light-skinned, and she can pass. And so she takes off, and like totally disavows all knowledge of her like she's just like, I eat, like, if I can be in that world,
I'm out. See ya.
right. So she goes and does that, and I can't remember what it's been a really long time since I saw either version. Does the white daughter get knocked up? I can't remember what the deal is, but anyway, like they're both about the same age. They both become estranged from their mothers. One of them is trying to get into Hollywood, and I can't remember which one. And it's just it's just super fucked up. It's just like how the concept of white womanhood like just destroys everything, basically, is I guess what,
Isn't that,
if I really had to sum it up.
is that what Gone with the Wind's about too?
I thought the message of Gone with the Wind was Nazis are okay, I guess.
Is that what
I thought the message of Gone with the Wind was that you weren't supposed to give a damn.
I don't actually know.
A spoonful
Okay,
of sugar, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
That's the one.
The end result of Gone with the Wind is that a privileged white never admit she has been knocked all the way down.
Huh.
Tomorrow is another day. Like she's gonna get back up there. She's gonna get adjacent to a guy in power.
And she gonna smash.
I mean, it's not about sex unless that's a tool. Like it's about that privilege, and I mean, if the banging's good, sure, but like I don't, you know what? We don't know enough about what happened with those characters to know if she even really liked hooking up with him. You know, he was the guy that could get her where she wanted to go.
Yeah, I thought that was the premise to that particular relationship, was that she only wanted that guy because he looked valuable, not because he was useful. Like, not because he was emotionally useful, but because he was socioeconomically useful.
Right. And the thing is, the guy that she was obsessed with before that, the Ashley Wilkes, and she was so mad when that Milkwater or Dishwater, whatever she called her, Melanie, when they got married, like she was so mad about it because that was the guy in the social circle that she already had. Okay?
Yeah.
Like whatever dipshit town they were supposed, I mean, I guess like Atlanta, but like, you know,
Racisburg, USA, got it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
He was the guy in her circle that she thought she could fucking manipulate, and like he wouldn't put his hands on her. Like, you know, like he was honorable. He would never force her to do anything. So like there's not going to be any retributive violence if she defies him. If he gets mad, if he don't like what she's doing, he's not going to beat her.
They're going to have a conversation about it.
And he's more likely to be like a yes dear and maybe not do for her, but let her do what she wants, and he can back it up. But like not back it up physically, but like, oh, he's got the stature in the town. He's Ashley Wilkes. And if she's Mrs. Ashley Wilkes, she can do what the fuck she wants.
Okay.
Right? Because he's not like a manly guy. Or like what we think of as stereotypically like not the Rhett Butler kind of thing. You know, he's nice to look at. He's got good manners. He's probably got great clothes. He is probably a great dancer.
Yeah, his dick game's tight. Got it.
Well, I mean, but I don't even know if that woman is supposed to be a sexual being. I don't think she is. Not that she doesn't have sex, just if she does, it's not because of desire. It's because she's using it as a tool because she knows it's what those men want.
She knows how to manipulate men with sex. All right. So she sounds like a cool woman who's like nice to be around. Well, like
she's,
to be
she's
fair,
proto Karen. She's proto Karen.
You can't trust those women, those wily women.
I mean, okay, to be fair though, there is a subsection of bourgeoisie women who view it that way, that you do the fucking because you have to, not because you want to. And you do
For
it because
sure.
you got to keep men obedient. Like we're not supposed to talk like that's a thing, but like that's clearly a thing of the bourgeoisie.
But yeah,
That's
it
how they train
totally
their
is.
daughters.
Yeah. The reason you have to save it for marriage is because he's not going to buy the cow if he can get the milk for free.
Right, your pussy is a product. The rest of you is a person, but that part of you is a product, and you have to negotiate
Oh,
the
no,
trade.
wait. Now hold on. Depending on the background of the young lady in question, is her body actually a person?
If she's
Or is it
rich,
more
yeah.
chattel? It kind of depends.
Well, if she's rich, the rest of her is a person, but it's a subordinate person.
I mean, she might be legally a person, but like that can vary. Can we agree on that?
A
Well,
loose definition of personhood.
are we
Yeah, I
talking?
don't know about that, dog.
Are we talking about like again? Are we talking
No,
about bourgeoisie
to
women?
her people. To
Yeah.
her people. I'm saying. Not legally, not like does she deserve to be a person. I'm just saying, like to her dad, is she a person?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Scarlett O'Hara.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you know what? Actually, I think now that I'm thinking back on it, no, that's actually the thing because I think her dad recognizes that she is a person, but he wouldn't have necessarily recognized the humanity of a different kind of daughter.
Oh, if she were poor, no.
No,
Like if
but
she
I'm
were
just
weak,
saying
no.
what I'm saying is that if her dad had a daughter like Melanie,
The
would
nice
he
one.
have recognized her essential humanity, or would she have just remained like a girl and
So
then a woman?
so remember, like there's with with that type of people, the psychosexual psychosis is here's like a female version of me that I can dote on.
Psychosis?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so like for them, like what it is there's a female version of me that I can dote on. So yeah,
He's a
dad
father of daughters. That guy.
right, that guy. So like he recognizes her humanity. He doesn't treat her the
Right.
way you ought to treat another human being, but they certainly recognize their humanity. Uh, that's why we
But
got to
no,
be.
but that's why I'm saying like if he had like a Melanie type daughter, would he have really?
Oh yeah, that would have just been divine because then she would always been daddy's girl. There's always
But
one woman who
that's what
treats
I'm
you with
talking
the
about.
respect you deserve. See, that's the thing that women don't sometimes get. That's
Oh, yeah, no,
Respect for
they get
sure.
up, but that I think okay, I think where the two of us disagree is like what we mean when we talk about recognizing humanity, and I do have more to say about that.
well, shoot.
If well, no, but I gotta refill my water glass and
Well, shoot and then like walk. Shoot your shot and then go because like
okay. So when I talk about recognizing a woman's essential, like actual humanity, and this is something I run into in the present day. Okay. Not that, and I got complicated feelings about referring to myself as a woman anyway, but like if you're seen as a female, like a Ferengi, right?
mhm.
Um, there are men who don't actually see you as a person.
Uh-huh.
So actually, so maybe that's a better way to phrase it.
Yeah, but
Like
okay.
he recognizes her personhood, whereas I don't know if he would have if she had been a different kind of daughter.
Uh no, see that's
Are
where
you saying
we're
that
fundamentally
dad
disagreeing. Yeah.
specifically?
I am saying that if it's his daughter, he recognizes her humanity unless he's truly
Oh no, no,
unless
no,
he's a
no,
monster
no,
unilateral.
no, no.
No, see,
That is
stop, because I gave you a chance to clarify. It's my turn.
okay.
All
Okay,
right, let's again
let's
equality
do
here.
it.
So where we're talking past each other is that what I'm still saying is that he only defines her as a human being precisely because she's genetically related and the next generation of him, but a female version of him in his mind. It's still very much narcissistic. So the only reason he can see his humanity in her, and if he had a nice daughter, he would see the humanity in her, is because it's daddy's girl. That's what that is. Other women know. And like if that was his son, he would be crueler to the boy to toughen him up, to take a wife from somebody else,
Mhm.
to take the daughter of
Mhm.
somebody else. But
Mhm.
he would also dote then very heavily on his son's wife, precisely because like that boy is a representation of his youth again.
Right.
So
And
that
she likes that boy, so
yeah, so that means she by proxy has an attraction to me. I didn't say it was going to be healthy, and I never said that these people were like decent with women. But if you're asking just the question, does he recognize her humanity? His daughters, yeah. Other women, clearly not. He has slaves. Like
Yeah,
that's
and the
yeah.
thing is,
that's
Dan,
what I
you
want to make
didn't
clear.
say a single thing that I disagree with.
Right. That's where like I think that we're having a little cross chatter, and that's why I want to clarify that point. Like for her,
Where
yeah,
what I was going to
always.
say is the way I see it is that our disagreement rests on whether that was special to that guy, that dad, or whether that's universal.
That's universal per the class. So they'll always see their daughters that way,
I
and
don't.
they'll always view other women as subordinates.
I'm going to have to agree to disagree. I see it differently.
Yeah, I don't know, because I mean, like, what I'm going off of is what they evidence. Like, I'm gonna be cold on that for a minute. That's what they show
Oh,
you.
okay.
Like,
I have not studied the book or the movie enough to know if that's what they're implying there.
I'm talking about the history of it, what they're writing about. Like, that's how those guys always are, because they hate their wives. They always hate their wives, and that's where hate your wife culture comes from because they hate their crappy wives because their wives are miserable and shitty, but they replicate those relationships. So they raise a daughter who is miserable and shitty. But because they
Right.
raise the daughter, that daughter is an extension of them. That daughter could do no wrong in their eyes, even though from any other woman, she'd getting a cane. You know,
And
the subordinate bitch is acting up. You know what I'm saying?
don't disagree.
Best.
Yeah, at best.
But my opinion is that it is much more likely that those men view most of their daughters as pets.
No, but permanent children.
Yeah, pets get certain
Yeah, it's
pets
still
are
I
permanent.
actually
I
preferred.
could see the permanent child thing.
Yeah, that's always dad. It's even in the language. That's always going to be dad. You're always going to be daddy's little girl to me.
You're a girl. You're
Yeah.
you're not a full adult human.
Yeah.
No,
So
because
we're
if you were
saying the
if you were
same
a
thing,
woman, they
No,
would
Dan.
hate you.
no, because the child is a human. You can't. Like, you're the one who's
Okay.
separating the term human there. Like, children are
Oh, but
human.
like a human in what stage?
Yeah, in stage of development, no, it's always going to be a child to them. That's always
Okay,
going to be
so
someone to
so it's
dote
a
on.
developmental
Yeah.
side. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You know what? Okay, I can buy that. I can
Yeah.
buy that.
Yeah, because the goal is to have like what they want is a woman who showers them with praise. Well, again, their own shitty wives do not shower them in praise because they married a shitty woman who was raised by a dad who did the exact same thing that they're doing to their own daughters. Just making these
Right.
awful, terrible women. So like, in both of them, the one you're supposed to like code as like nice and likable, right? Make no mistake,
Is
that
you
woman still has slaves. Like that woman is a monster.
Mhm.
The Union
Mhm.
soldier who shows up to rape her is also a monster and probably overblown. That like let's be honest, like that's probably fake. The odds that that actually like happened are very very low. It did. Everything happens, but like there's
But
not
you're
that
saying
many.
it's more like that Spider-Man meme where they're like pointing at each other.
Right. They both of those are the same exact woman. I would be suspect of how nice she really is because the way you find out how nice she is how she feels about them slaves. And if she still finds them to be subordinate, she ain't all that nice. There's something you can do to her to push her to be just as shitty as Scarlett O'Hara. That bitch ain't nice. So like that's another thing. But to Daddy's girl is always going to be sweet and loving and so caring and such a good daughter because that's a reflection of him. This is the woman I've created that isn't
Right, and
like
he
my
has
shitty
groomed her to
awful
suck
bitch of
up
a
to
wife.
him.
Right, and she's going to suck up to him because that's free access to capital in their shitty society they don't have.
So Ivana Trump. Or Ivanka, sorry.
Yeah, if whichever the daughter is, yeah, the one that Trump
Yeah.
wants to bang, yeah,
Yeah. Same dynamic.
same dynamic. And he's so brazen he laid it out.
Right. Like he says the quiet part loud.
He always does.
That's like his best quality.
That's his
Right?
only redeeming quality is the fact that he will tell you the truth about the bourgeoisie. Yeah, so that's why I say it because like you like these dynamics have like been mysterious because it's just like when women were like and let me be clear, the type of woman I'm talking about is a bourgeoisie woman because poor women are never like this, but they were like we don't get credit
No,
cards.
this doesn't apply to like real people.
No, it doesn't apply to people whose humanity I'm willing to entertain a lot more than the bourgeoisie, right? That sounds cold, but I meant it, so we're gonna leave that hanging.
We agree. I agree.
You know, with the bourgeoisie, right? The bourgeoisie
Fuck
bitch
them
was
rich.
always that the that the men had access to all of the capital and had a monopoly on violence, but the women have always had monopoly on power because their sexual dynamic was always that you had to subordinate yourself to a woman so that you could access reproduction and access that power which you don't have innate. In exchange, she extracts from you physical violence and capital. Well, the women were fed up with that. They essentially and the first suffragettes evident this is too. Like we want to have the power and inflict the violence. We want the whole shebang. You see that, like I said, the suffragettes, the early quote unquote progressives, who wanted women to vote. They didn't want black women voting. They wanted white women voting. They wanted white women to have equality of capital access. And if they could vote, they could force that to be a thing. Well, and what was their argument all the time? Well, women can't be in the workplace. Meanwhile, they're literally beating a female servant for messing up the dishes. So,
Right?
and they're owning slaves.
We want the right to work. Wait,
Bingo.
I've been working.
I've been working this whole time. What the hell are you talking about?
It's a very different level of not human.
Right. There's an inhumanity to it that is just like appalling. But it's brazen. They're honest about it. They're not afraid to hide it because they don't see those women as fundamentally human or women in the same sense that we would see women on the left, which is why again I don't have any problem calling them like inhuman monsters because they are. Like they evidence that they're proud of it. They demanded the right to vote on the premise that they are shitty people. So we also deserve the right to vote, which is like I guess at least you're honest about it, but at the end of the day
I can be just as shitty as other white men.
yeah, I can be as shitty as any of the boys. Well, I agree.
Right.
And that's and
Just as shitty as the boys has been how white women have been trying to move up and that Hillary Clinton. I mean,
Clinton.
like
Oh, Hillary's going for shittier.
yeah, but
the and the thing here is why anytime anyone ever suggested that I should support her, I got the howling fantoads was because it's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, her MO was to be complicit with the understanding that, like, she played along with the boys and was just as shitty, that someday it would be her turn.
Yeah.
And she was outraged. She played that game. She played the long game with the promise that if she just did like she was supposed to. She'd get to be one of them. And how dare the world not conform to that?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Right?
Yeah.
And she's not over it.
No. No, she's not. She's not going to be because, again, that was the promise. The arrangement was that thanks to the marriage, she would have access to things that she would not have access to as a woman. In exchange, she gave that dude offspring, which is something he doesn't have access to with his own reproductive organs. And he would have credibility because, look, I'm a good married man, even though I seem to be a little bit sleazy. Because he is a little bit sleazy because he's a pedophile and he's
He's a
um,
lot bit sleazy.
and,
Let's,
and he's a raper of adult women and he's a raper of children.
Right.
Yeah, so but he needed to launder his sleaze through this woman, and he needed to do that by having a child and by staying married. When people were like, she should have left him, it's like, actually, no, she shouldn't have, because that would show that the deal was broken, and they are a business entity. They are not a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So when you treat it like a marriage, you're misunderstanding the Clintons as an entity. I don't think she
I would
cares.
argue that's what marriage is in this society. Like,
Certainly when the bourgeois do it, I don't think all marriage is, because obviously, spoiler alert, I'm married, and if it's a business relationship, we both fucked up severely. But
that's what it's designed to be.
it is certainly a pressure on our marriage that we cannot avoid. We have to deal with, we have to confront head on because we live in this society. I'll say that's true, but
Yeah.
that's true of any
No, I
relationship.
mean that's not. I don't think that's what people are. Okay, most people that I would meet in the course of my, regular life.
Fair.
I don't think those people are thinking when they get married. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna time to make a corporation." Like I don't think that's how like people like you and I would spend time with are thinking. What I'm my belief is that the way that it's set up in the law and the way it's set up in our society is that that's what its legal intention is and has been
Yeah.
in a lot of societies and places and times.
Well, when you have
You know.
libertarian property rights, you have to be able to negotiate property.
Right, and the thing is, if you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, like, are you concerned about property rights?
Yeah.
No.
You shouldn't be.
That's not something that occurs to you.
No, because you don't have any access to property anyway in any meaningful sense. So what's the point of worrying about property rights?
Right.
But for rich people, those property rights are pretty deadly serious, precisely because thanks to inheritance or thanks to marriage, they do have access to pretty large sums of property.
And they could take, and they can murder you and take that property.
You can be murdered because they can take your property. Yeah, I mean, like, we're joking, but not really.
And we're not even bringing in like the church when it comes to marriage. Like this is just like the legal status.
Church, no, the church, you're seeing what they call the trad wife culture, which is pornography for dorks. Trad wifing is a certain
like the
type
worst pornography. It doesn't even.
They're gonna sit here and try to tell us why soaking is better than just straight up fucking her.
Mm-hmm. They will, though.
Do you think that actually happens? That whole soaking thing?
Oh hell yeah! Those motherfuckers is crazy. Those motherfuckers is crazy.
You can find videos of it. Funny enough, it'll bypass most sensors because there's no penetration. Or no thrusting.
There you go. Yeah. I was gonna say there's penetration. That's the soak. It's the soak, Jerry.
It's the soak, Jerry. It's the soak. You gotta have the soak.
So last night you was soaking for 35, 45 minutes. It was great.
This motherfucker be soaking. It is
laid
crazy.
It out the soak.
I am the master of my soaker.
I call it when you go past 35 minutes, I call it the super soaker.
Can you believe this motherfucker still be soaking? What a goddamn boss. Always soaking in that pussy. Mm-mm.
A soak with a soft scrub. You know, it's almost like you're doing the dishes.
You just doing the dishes in that pussy. That's what I do up in there. I just get my dick in there and I start doing the dishes.
Soak? That boy can't last a dunk.
And soak
You
that
soaked
boy.
it, but it ain't clean.
Yeah.
Ow! Yuck.
Mm-mm. My man cannot get a dunk in this motherfucker.
Get a soak.
He
Get a
got soak.
preheat.
He drippy.
You got to preheat that soak, sir.
My man drippy right now. It's all over them balls.
Everyone except Ben
Ew,
Shapiro.
balls.
Everyone but Ben Shapiro gets a choke. He
Ah.
gets a he gets a dry.
He gets a scratch.
He gets a sandpapering.
My man Ben can't get the soak on even. He get the sandpapering. My man.
I love
Ben.
the idea of like her doing whatever on her iPad, and she's like, "No, honey, normal women don't get wet."
Yeah.
No, it's nothing wrong with you. It's fine. It's okay if you finish in 30
No,
seconds.
not even comforting him, just like, skimming, like
Oh
scrolling,
yeah,
and
because
just
she
being
hates him.
like,
Because he hates him. Yeah, it's normal. It's normal. Yeah. Whatever. Fuck
All
it.
right.
Normal. Are you done?
Yeah, can you hurry this
We
along?
done here. We done here. Can I go?
Can we hurry this along, Benjamin? That's
You
all
know,
right
I
when she
was
says
looking forward to going to the spa, but we just had to have sex on sex day.
I was trying to get to the hairdresser, man, anytime now.
"Sweetie, I've got a Zoom conference scheduled in like another 25. Could you like?"
Well, it's your money that you're wasting by doing this.
I just did my hair.
They said they didn't have any other appointment time, so you time's up. We gotta go.
You gotta gape what you can give, buddy. You gotta gape what you can give.
Oh no, I'm not gonna cuddle you. No, you're just gonna cry there. You'll be fine. Just cry for an hour. Get your cry on. You gotta soak. You should be happy. You gotta soak today.
Get your soak on, get your soak on. You
Because
know
I,
you're
I
gonna
for
make
damn
it.
sure
I
let you do it.
gave you your
'Cause
stokies.
I for damn sure ain't doing it next week. you gotta earn that. How about you look at that diamond ring we was talking about?
How many stickers are on the star chart?
You don't have enough good boy bucks to get this soak on. Because you bad at sex.
Good.
Don't say that out loud.
We should just relabel a star chart from kindergarten, and it just
say
put
the star
Ben Shapiro soap count, soap
Little-
chart.
The bottom ticker is if I fill up the stars at the bottom, my wife's boyfriend will buy me a new train.
I'm gonna earn
My
it like a good
favorite.
boy.
I'm gonna get all the points.
I'm gonna earn it like a good boy. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie. That one got me. That one.
Yeah. That's good, right? That's so
The
good.
dark horse sneaking in.
Buy
It's
me a new
big boy.
fucking train.
Oh, you guys
Big
are
boy
so
bucks.
quick-witted.
We'll call
I
them
don't
big
feel
boy bucks.
funny when I hang out with you.
Buddy, did you use all your big boy bucks? Yeah, I can't have sex for 2 months now.
My wife's boyfriend
But I
said.
got this cool new train.
My wife's boyfriend said that if I was very, very good, if I was a very good boy, that I would get more big boy bucks and I would get a new train set. So I'm going to do my best. And the liberals want to make fun of me for getting my new train set, but my new train set is going to be so dope. It's going to be so cool. I'll have the best new train set possible. So take that.
This train set has a real smoke action. Are you kidding me? We'll get on the same page, people.
This train set is a proper steam
You
engine.
people don't understand the value of sacrifice and saving. Now, I could use my big boy bucks to have sex with my wife anytime I wanted. But here's the thing, that's instant gratification. If I save up every week,
Wow, that's great. Great. Keep going. No, keep going.
Yeah,
Keep going. That's great.
keep it going. Come on,
That
let's
was
see.
that was the best. It was the funniest
laughing
thing I've
too
ever heard.
hard and my stomach hurts.
My big boy bucks. If I save my big boy bucks, I can have sex with my wife anytime I want because I'm married to her and I own her vagina. However, if I save my big boy bucks, then I will be able to get a new train set that my wife's boyfriend will buy from work. So take that, liberals.
If
Now,
I
these
save,
people on public benefits,
These people on
if I
public
save,
benefits do not understand the joy of getting a new train set from their wife's boyfriend.
I
of
cannot think.
saving the big boy bucks that they have earned
If they would just save
and
the
not
big boy bucks.
spending it on avocado toast or iPhones or their wife's pussy.
They're sending it. They're saving it right now, and they're putting it on avocado toast and their wife's vaginas and Palestinian flags, and they're wasting it. They'll never get big boy bucks that way.
I can't think of a phrase that a dry lady up worse than big boy buck. Big boy points. I gotta save my big boy points.
I will save my big boy points. I'll
Like
be a
big
very
boy
good boy.
bucks. I think it's got a better ring to it.
Oh yeah. I gotta save my big boy bucks.
My big boy bucks.
Dry. Dry.
Definitely big boy bucks. Shit.
You go on a date. You go on a date, and the guy's talking about big boy bucks.
Wait.
The liberals are too busy worrying about
It's
Palestine.
the,
But now, because they're worried about Palestine, they're not getting any big boy bucks. They're not earning their good boy points, and they won't be able to get a new train set.
so it's the end of the first date, and you signal for the bill, and you put it down, and you haven't established who's paying yet. And the guy pulls out his wallet.
It's a Spider-Man vinyl wallet.
Keep going, because you know where you're going to end this when he opens it, and he's got a bunch of star stickers with numbers on them, and you're like,
In big boy bucks. And he's like, okay, well, so I'll cover dinner, but like, what can I get for these?
yep. You're like, excuse me, these are my ex-wife's big boy bucks. These are the big boy bucks I earned with my ex-wife. I hope they are transferable. Do you accept big boy bucks from other women?
Actually, it might even be better after the date, like driving her home.
Well,
Oh, you've got her in the car. She's got nowhere to go, and you're like, now I expect
Yeah,
to be able to utilize.
outside her house, and it's like cars off, and they're sitting there. So
You pull out.
tries to be.
You
He
pull
tries to
out
be
from your
smooth.
wallet.
Tries to be
Yeah.
smooth about it.
You pull out from your wallet this big stack of stars with like the number 10 written on them, and you're like, what will these
kinda-
get me?
He's kind of humble bragging about it. He's
Yeah.
like, well, you see, I have.
Like most dudes would be like, they accidentally let like a Magnum condom slip, and he lets out 100 big boy
big
points.
boy bucks.
He's got little dollars on them.
Oh God.
He's got fake dollars that just say Ben's big boy bucks.
Wait. Not even in the wallet. He pulls out a knot from his
Yeah, he's got a wad. He's got a wad on a clip.
rolled up. Oh wait. I got stacks in the coop. Busting out the
With a fucking money
Not-
clip. With a
not to
fucking money
brag.
clip.
Not to brag, but I have a lot of stacks of gobos here. What'll that get me? What are you gonna do for these?
Can I get the
gobos?
gobbo goo? I want the gobbo goo. I want the gobbo goo. I got all these. I've been saving up for years.
I've been saving all these up for years, and I'm waiting to pay them off tonight. I would like to see your brother's train set. I want your brother to finally let me in the house to play with his train set.
I finally got enough big boy butt to look at the train set. If I save up, I can play with it.
Yeah, he's such a fucking loser. He's like, I know it's gonna dip into my budget. However, I've checked. I still want to look at the train set.
I
want
could
to
have
do it.
had sex with my wife 5,671 times.
I could have just not been a virgin, but instead I want to look at all these big boy bucks.
If I keep saving up, one of these days,
Oh, buddy.
Ben's big
I'll
boy
be right back.
Oh,
Oh, buddy, if I just save one more big boy buck.
oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I deserve it. Don't you think I've earned it with all these bucks?
Don't you think I've earned it? If you don't think I've earned it, then you clearly are not respectful of the U.S. economy, and this is why our economy is failing, because you're not respecting the fiat currency.
Why are you walking away?
Why are you going inside? Why are you locking the door and not inviting me in for a hot chocolate?
No. Do not close that door.
Do not close that door. Do not lock me out. Do not begin calling the police because you're uncomfortable with my presence. This is very hurtful. This is how you don't earn good girl gobos. You don't
Good
earn
girl,
good girl
Gabo.
gobos. Yeah, I don't know what a G currency is. You don't earn good girl greenbacks by acting like this. That's for sure. But I will be able to enjoy my good boy bucks. My big
Good
boy
girl,
bucks.
greenbacks.
Ben's big boy bucks for being a good boy. My wife
But
is
my
asking-
mommy said.
But my wife said not to have sex with you on this date, even though I'm not sure why she sent me on a date. Her boyfriend's coming over, and normally after she's done, we hang out. I'm feeling rather hurt and very upset right now because I can't hang out with her cool boyfriend. Oh my god.
Ben's big boy bucks.
Ben's big boy bucks. Big boy buckaroonskis. Those are mine.
Bucks. I like how the vacation is a trade set. I think that's a nice touch.
That's the payoff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like something Ben Shapiro would be like. This is sweet. This is the best day of my life. I'm literally the happiest I'll ever be again. I'll never be this happy. Oh fuck! It's midnight. We did good. We did a good run.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna bolt. Thank you, America. You're wonderful. Your government's terrible.
That Ben's big boy bucks was great.
Don't die. Do all the safety things.
Yeah. Ben's big boy bucks for not interrupting my wife's boyfriend while she's having sex with him.
I get to do my podcast while my wife's boyfriend has sex with her.
Yes, that's how I earn my big boy buck. How do you earn your big boy buck? You know what it reminds me of? It's like Kurt Van Houten being like, I sleep in a race car bed. What do you sleep in? I sleep in a big bed with my wife. Oh. Like that.
Yeah, but my race car bed is red.
Oh, why'd you do that?
It's got a racing stripe.
Today I saw on Twitter.
So I go to bed faster.
Somebody was making fun of me, and they said I made you dinner. So I opened up the picture, and it was a man's penis inside a hot dog bun. And all I could think was, that was stupid. You wasted a hot dog bun on that joke. You wasted a perfectly good hot dog bun that you could have had a delicious American hot dog on it. You could have had a delicious wiener on it instead of your weird perverted wiener.
Delicious wiener.
You could have had a delicious wiener instead of a perverted wiener, but you chose the pervert wiener because you're a pervert. Got my ass, Ben.
You got me.
Got my ass, Benjamin. Jesus.
All right, what up, Gobos?
Nothing. We're gonna be heading out.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It
about
is.
midnight. We did good. We had a good run though. And the
We
most
did.
important part was maybe the big boy bucks we earned were the friends along the way.
That big boy
Mike.
buck was a genius skit.
That was one of our best
Ugh.
in a while. I'm rather proud of everybody for doing that.
I think it might be our
I
best.
mean, I'm a little butthurt about it because I'm not actually allowed to have big boy bucks.
You can
No,
have
you
good girl
get good
greenback.
girl.
If I earn them, like I have to like assign them to someone who will wield them for me.
That's true. But
It's a whole fucking
That's-
thing.
if you weren't a woman, we'd be more concerned about your feelings.
Fair.
Oh, God.
Fair.
Well, calling balls and no balls.
Well, you don't get big boy bucks. Yeah, I do.
Joke's on you. Having sex with my wife will not get you any big boy bucks. I get the big boy bucks by being obedient and not having sex with my wife. So, joke's on you.
If you want to spend your big boy bucks on my wife, you go ahead.
If you think it's a smart idea to spend your big boy bucks on having sex with my wife, the joke is on you. Everybody else has, and they weren't impressed.
Oh.
Hmm
No, excuse me. No, excuse me. I must get back. Must get back to my train.
I am going to go back to my train set now because I was having fun being the conductor of Thunder Junction Railroad.
Oh, you have sex with your wife? Well, I have a train that I bought with big boy bucks.
You know, I seen a bunch of people go up there. It was like 20 of them. Go ask my wife.
I noticed they walked away with no big boy bucks.
They walked away with no big boy bucks and no trains.
Honey,
Who's the loser
one of your
now?
friends dropped his big boy bucks on the way out.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. That was just his Magnum condom. Never mind. It's squishy and it's wet. And
That was just a bag of dildos.
I'm sorry, honey. Can I ask you a question? A very serious question. Why is this bag of wet liquid all over the floor? What happened? Did you have endometriosis? Are you having your period? I don't understand.
Right, because he wouldn't understand periods.
Yeah.
Does blood and cum look the same? Wait, that's scary.
My wife said big boy bucks.
Like what?
My
What
wife
kind
said
of
that.
sex are you having with that wife?
It's all wet and it's all sticky and it smells funny and there's this white stuff in the tip. And I noticed that he did not have
White
any big bug bucks.
stuff.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah,
I
that's
said?
that's not endometriosis, buddy.
Well, no, because he doesn't know what endometriosis
He
is.
doesn't know what that is either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because like, isn't his wife a gynecologist, and she probably told him that it was because endometriosis is when you have this condition where you keep looking at your watch when your husband's on top of you,
Yeah. It's where you play fruit
making a
ninja.
little choo choo noises.
It's where you play
Get it.
fruit ninja
Now
when your
you
husband's
get
on
it.
top of you. Chevy Chase.
God, now I'm gonna be thinking of Ben Shapiro making choo choo noises while thrusting on his wife.
Yeah.
That how dare you?
I
How
know.
dare you implant that in my brain?
Just like those were implanted in my wife, and now they don't have a train set.
Only twice a year.
Only in
If he
America.
if he plays his cards right, he can just use his big boy bucks.
If he plays his
Get his
cards
big
right.
boy bucks. Get his big boy bucks.
Yeah. Think about it. I won't. So I'm kind of grossed out.
Yeah, well,
Ben Shapiro and his big boy fucks.
This has got a train conductor hat on.
I'm here to party. My name is Ben Shapiro, and I'm
He still has
definitely
he
down
has
to
a
party.
conductor shirt on, but no pants.
You know the libertarian milady meme.
Even has socks
Yes.
on.
Ben Shapiro would have the fedora on and be like, "Milady, I'm gonna need you to move. You're in the way of my train set."
excuse me, milady.
Excuse me, milady, you are in the way.
Sir, what is this brown stuff on your train set?
That is feces.
Endometriosis.
It is endometriosis.
Endometriosis.
That brown stuff is endometriosis. It's very, very serious. Don't touch. It's my wife's. She's collecting it. Oh shit.
All right, let me get out of here.
Yeah.